Hello, passionate Birds fans. The NFL draft is just around the corner, and the buzz surrounding the Philadelphia Eagles is reaching a boiling point. The team's front office, led by Howie Roseman, is in the middle of some major behind-the-scenes moves that could potentially shake up the entire roster. The temperature is rising, but before we dive in, if you're a true Eagles fan, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Every day we bring you hot info straight from the most reliable. Let's get into the news. The Philadelphia Eagles are eyeing another Super Bowl run, and for that, head coach Nick Sirianni needs a high-performing team. One of the biggest surprises last week didn't come from Philadelphia, but from a major shift in the expectations for quarterback drafts. Just 2 weeks ago, analysts were confident that only 2 quarterbacks would go in the first round, but now we're looking at the possibility of 5 quarterbacks being selected on the first night. Jackson Dart from Ole Miss has emerged as a guaranteed first-round pick, and he's joined by Jalen from Alabama, who have both shot up the rankings. Why is this important for the Eagles? The more quarterbacks taken early, the more elite, non-quarterback prospects will be pushed down the board, which could benefit the Eagles, who hold pick 32. With this shift in the draft board, the team is now more focused on a possible trade-up scenario. Rumors are circulating that the Eagles might have their eye on Mike Green, a pass rusher from Marshall who led the FBS in sacks last season. However, Green's situation is controversial due to off-field allegations against him. Not convictions, just allegations. Howie Roseman addressed this situation directly in a press conference, reaffirming that the team maintains an objective evaluation process and respects the judicial system. However, Green was not one of the 25 players who came in for a top 30 visit, which is unusual since the Eagles typically select players from this group. Now, switching gears, rumors about a potential trade of Dallas Goedert have been circulating for weeks. However, an interesting move was that the Eagles didn't bring in a single tight end for a top 30 visit, which raises questions. If the team was seriously planning to move Goedert and replace him with a rookie, you would expect at least a few visits. Goedert was one of the top contributors for the team last season, with solid numbers in receptions, targets, and touchdowns. If he's traded, the Eagles would be losing a key player without a clear replacement in place. According to insiders, Goedert is still a name to watch as the draft approaches. He's entering the final year of his contract and could be seeking an extension. If the Eagles don't want to commit big money to him, they might be willing to trade him for future picks, possibly even a 2026 draft asset. But again, the lack of visits from top tight end prospects might indicate that either the Eagles aren't ready to make that move or they're bluffing everyone into thinking they're standing pat. Then, just when things couldn't get crazier, rumors surfaced about potential trades involving Devonta Smith and even, brace yourselves, A.J. Brown. A speculative trade from Yahoo Sports suggested moving Smith and pick 32 for Jalen Ramsey and pick 13. This idea generated a lot of laughs. Rightfully so, as Ramsey is expensive, aging, and reportedly didn't get along with Vic Fangio in Miami. The Eagles would never trade one of the best WR2s in the league for that. But things got even stranger when Howard Eskin, a longtime Eagles media figure, chimed in saying that he'd heard A.J. Brown's name mentioned in top 10 trade scenarios. Let's be clear, from a financial standpoint, trading A.J. Brown before June 1st is practically impossible. It would hit the Eagles with over $31 million in dead cap space. Even a post-June 1st trade would still cost the team substantial amounts in 2025 and 2026. So these rumors about Brown are practically fantasy, but the mere mention of his name in these scenarios suggests something might be brewing behind the scenes. Moreover, this draft season has been notably quiet. With just 1 week to go, there have been no trades involving first-round picks, which is rare. Normally, by now, at least one team has moved up or down in the first round. This silence could signal that Howie Roseman is planning something bold for the Eagles, something that could change the course of the draft. What do you think? Should the team try to trade up, stay put at pick 32, or maybe even move Dallas Goedert? Or could a surprise move involving A.J. Brown or Smith be on the horizon? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Howie Roseman has a clear philosophy. He values each pick in the draft as an opportunity to really get to know the players and make decisions based on objective data. The lack of visits from tight ends, for example, could be a strong indication that the Eagles are just playing their cards close to the chest. Also, the team might be considering players projected for the second or third rounds instead of just focusing on immediate needs. In summary, the Eagles are entering the draft with a position of strength. They're not desperate to fill holes, as many of their offseason needs have already been addressed in free agency. This leads us to believe that Roseman might be preparing to make a bold move, but without rushing. He believes in the current roster and is ready to act when the opportunity arises. And while Dallas Goedert's situation still lingers, the calm behind the scenes suggests the Eagles have a solid plan. Now, with the draft quickly approaching, the question remains, what will be the next big move for the Eagles? We might be about to witness one of the boldest moves of the offseason. Let's stay tuned. What moves do you think the Eagles should make in the draft? Should they trade up, stay at pick 32, or maybe even trade Dallas Goedert or A.J. Brown? Leave your opinion in the comments. Blend's strategy, history, and ambition has grabbed attention not only for the boldness of the suggestion, but also for the narrative it weaves. A potential trade could bring together two successful franchises, while also addressing the needs of both teams in a surprising new chapter. Abdul Carter, a local name B, with deep ties to the region and a lifelong dream of playing for the Eagles, adds an emotional layer to the unfolding drama. His connection to Philadelphia humanizes the speculation, amplifying the risks and complexities of any potential negotiation involving his future. The idea of involving him in a trade with A.J. Brown, a highly valued wide receiver whose qualities resonate with the culture and philosophy of the Patriots under Mike Vrabel, creates a crossroads between personal ambition and a strategic move for restructuring. While these speculations may seem improbable in a field full of uncertainties, they underline the dynamic and unpredictable nature of the NFL trade market. More than just a passing rumor, this story serves as a reminder of how player potential, team needs, and the constant changes in the sport can intertwine. In this context, the next chapter of this story promises to be thrilling. In the world of football, moments like these offer not only a glimpse of the strategic decisions that shape teams, but also a perspective on the transformative power of bold ideas. Each trade, each decision, is an opportunity to reshape destinies, both on and off the field, keeping alive the excitement that makes the game so fascinating.